In our first full day at Canmore, we had a shuttle bus scheduled at Lake Louise at 11 a.m., so we had time in the morning to look around town. We really wanted to see some wildlife, or especially a bear, so we drove around town and then took a dirt road outside through the mountains. We did see some elk in town, and we drove for half an hour, 45 minutes, and then we had to turn around. And the only thing we did see was some mountain sheep.
So to catch the shuttle, we had to meet it at the Lake Louise ski resort. And so we left there, and it took several minutes to get to Lake Louise. The lake was several miles away from the ski resort. So when we met there, we walked around inside the ski lodge, and there's a gift shop and a I think it's a Starbucks inside. We got some tea and coffee.
The shuttle took us to Lake Louise, but we decided to go straight to Moraine Lake, so we had to catch a connecting shuttle to go from Lake Louise to Lake Moraine. We wanted to go to Moraine Lake first because they were calling for bad weather, so we wanted to do that first. Also, I did forget to mention that we did have this shuttle lined up at least a month ahead of time, just to be sure that we had this. The parking lot fills up so quick, so you have to rely on this shuttle service. We had our lunch by the lake and enjoyed the wonderful views. It was just absolutely stunning there. But I knew there was a better view of the lake. So there was a rock pile that you could climb to get a better view of the lake. And it's just absolutely amazing the difference when you get up on top of this rock pile. Amazing colors. After leaving Lake Moraine, we took the shuttle back to Lake Louise, and we walked around there for a while. There's a place you can rent canoes at. It's about $160 an hour. And we just walked around, enjoyed the sights. We didn't spend too much time there because we knew we would be back the next day. The next morning was our much anticipated hike to the Little Bee Hive and Lake Agnes Tea House. We left around 5 a.m., I think. We wanted to be at the parking lot by 6. You can park at Lake Louise, but the parking lot fills up really quick. So we wanted to be there. We wanted to make sure that we had parking because we did not have a shuttle lined up. Here we are at Lake Louise. It's 7 o'clock. We're here since 6 o'clock, getting a parking spot. Had some snow overnight. And that's where we're headed this morning, right up there.
The night before our hike to the Little Bee Hive, it snowed. So when we drove to the Louise Lake parking lot and it started to get light, we were amazed by all the snow that we saw on the trees. It made the hike so much more beautiful than we ever expected. It was about 18 degrees that morning when we started on our hike, and it warmed up to about 29 later on in the morning. Approximately halfway through our hike, we stopped at the Lake Agnes Tea House. We were able to get a seat outside, and we got tea, and we got a apple crisp dessert. It was very good, but we enjoyed that time there. It was fun to see the tea house and to be able to actually sit down and have some tea. And so after that, we continued on our hike to the Little Bee Hive.
Now, how would you rate Steve's hikes?
Oh, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
20 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
Just can't say enough about this day. The views were just so amazing up top, and with the snow, it just gave it a special touch. I just never forget this day. When we got down to the Lake Louise again, we spent some time there, ate our lunch, and enjoyed the views, and then we headed back to our Airbnb. When we got back to the Airbnb, did some relaxing in the hot tub and in the living room, and we went out to eat that night. I think we just went to Wendy's that night, and then from there we had some time and we were determined to see a bear. So we went for another drive just outside of Banff and did see 2 white-tailed deer. Also seen this car rolled over. There was a cop right next to it. Not sure what happened there, but I don't think anybody was in it anymore.
On our last day of vacation, we went to the town of Banff, took this picture of our group in front of the Banff sign, and then we just walked around town, did some souvenir shopping, went to a little store, or not store, a little place called Beaver Tails, where they sell like dough with cinnamon and sugar, and you can get different toppings on them. We just got the plain cinnamon sugar, but they were really good. Would recommend, if you're there, to stop in and get one. And that's about it. We enjoyed walking through the town and seeing, even in town, you could see the beautiful mountains around you. And we pretty much had a leisurely day until our horseback riding appointment at 4 o'clock.
After our time in Banff, we made our way to the horse stables. We had a horse ride scheduled at 4 p.m. As we were waiting to get saddled up, we noticed some horses running wild back to the stables. They all had saddles on, but they assured us that they did not have riders on. They did not fall off. They somehow got loose at another stable, and we're heading back to this one. Steve rides.
Steve rides.
Thank you for joining us on our adventures to Jasper, Yoho, and Banff National Parks. We had a wonderful vacation. It was all we hoped it would be. The amazing sights and scenery and mountains around you just were breathtaking. We enjoyed spending time with our friends, and the vacation could not have went any better. It went just as planned. The weather was great for the most part. We just had 1 or 2 days of rain. The temps weren't extremely cold, and we could not have asked for better scenery, better time with our friends, and better travels. Our flights went well, and it was quite the adventure. Thanks again for joining us.